Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we're starting Strider, the 2014 reboot, remake, reimagining of a classic NES game by the name Strider that had a whole series. Now, to be fair, I never played the old Strider. I probably had kind of heard of it, but there's kind of nothing to be said. I looked on Wikipedia on this game. It seems like, as far as reception, it's okay. So, I'm pretty much going in cold. Only thing I can say about the game is, yes, the screen is supposed to be slanted here. And it starts in a windowed mode. At least it did for me, and it took it a while to get it up to 1080p. There's also something weird where there seems to be a 1920 times 1080 times 59, then a second 1920 by 1080 times 59, and I can't for the life of me figure out what any of that would be. I would also say using the D-pad in this setup might be better. There's nothing here that seems like it will go below 59 frames per second, and when they say 59 they usually mean 59.9. So we don't really need to probably do how to play. We probably don't need to change the controls. Let's just start playing the game. I guess we could look in the extra, but since we don't know anything yet, we probably haven't even unlocked anything yet. Yep, it's gonna be one of these games. Let's begin. Interesting question. Since I'm a little iffy about this, and I know this is a 2D platformer game that inspired a lot of the series like Devil May Cry, which is a pretty difficult series, I think starting on easy is probably okay. If this is a really short game and I find out I enjoy it, hopefully I could come back and play it on normal or even hard mode. I suspect there's probably a very hard and even extremely hard after that mode. It's kind of nice to go in blank even when you're trying to do research on a game, but that does scare me a little bit that even Wikipedia barely has any information. I think Strider probably has shown up in like a Smash Brothers game or something. There's probably been something here. So there's this Kazkai city, and we'll just die to see what happens. You're this futuristic ninja, and it's kind of a Russian style city, and my X button swings back and forth, so this feels like it might have a little bit of a Metroidvania style play to it. Let's see, there's an X does a sideways slash, Y does a vertical slash, B does nothing, and you only have one jump right now. Pointing in one direction or the other seems to not do anything. My health is kind of low, but if I die, I kind of feel like I'm just going to win. Reset anyways, and it seems like the checkpointing probably is pretty good. And this is interesting. A vertical wall that you can slide down. Clearly this is an intro section. And we're collecting some kind of amount of gems. It is a lot of work to get a fluid motion, and when you start running, I think I'm gonna run into scenarios where I'll want to attack people before they hit me, because my health doesn't feel incredibly good. Here we have some Metroidvania things, that's what I thought. And if we want to climb back up, we already have some of the equipment. Interesting. So maybe this is a bit of an abilities. And if we hit back on the back button, we can see there's a map. I'm trying to remember the name of the game that I really do like, but I always forget the name of it. It's called Shadow Complex. This feels very much like Shadow Complex. Like, almost like a one-to-one copy. Checkpoint. Slide assault. Charge boots allow Hiryu. Yeah, it's Hiryu to damage items while sliding into them, can be used in small spaces previously inaccessible. So we'll come back to this point. So you can kind of slide into them, but you don't do enough damage to do anything more than stun them. Yeah, Shadow Complex was a really good game, and now I'm probably seeing a influence, one of probably many influences that it was working off of. Assuming the original series of Strider games is anything like this. It really is a series that I would argue was underdeveloped. It being a Capcom series, that's not incredibly surprising, because Capcom is not known for being super... what would be the word? They don't annualize their series as badly as like EA or Ubisoft does. They make it they try to be, I guess, a little bit more conservative and wait till they have something they really want to work on. I'm no really attesting for what they work on, whether it's good or not. Capcom, of course, I think also makes the Street Fighter series, so it wouldn't be too much to suspect that they were focusing their efforts on some of the bigger name things. New concept art unlocked. This game isn't striking me as it's super long, which might be a good thing. Might be a bad thing. And I'm wondering if these guys are randomly spawning, or if I'm finding them. This feels like a game where a New Game Plus almost certainly would make for a better experience. They almost knocked me off there. It also doesn't feel as if the other people die if they fall off. There we go. Yeah, it just seems like these guys are respawning. So let's make a break for it. Maybe the collectible block things are not there. Or don't respawn, but the enemies seem like they do. And I am just on the cusp of dying. Interesting. So, no goofing around. it is a kind of nicely fluid experience. Like, I guess I should probably check if the concept art had been collected. I guess it didn't. These guys don't seem like they're really capable of knocking me down. Wow. That was kind of odd. Like, just a little bit oddly too easy. Let's see, and then we just refill your health here. Which I'm not reading the meter right, so let's overview. The year is Meio 048. Okay, so there's a whole story. They're not gonna bother to tell you. Basic gameplay. Explore the Kazaka city. If your health reaches 0. Items. Capsules found throughout the city contain small amounts of health and energy, which is transmitted when you break open. Upgrade cradles contain plasma upgrades for your arsenal. Approach them to absorb the upgrades. Look hard for secrets which will unlock items found in the extras menu and even new modes of play. Heads up display. So number 1, the green bar, which is all we have right now, is health. So my health is still really low. Number 2 is a plasma energy, which we don't even have yet. Number 3 is options, which we don't have yet. 4 is a charge strike meter. It's kind of like a combo meter, but it doesn't break. Number 5 we don't have yet is a plasma catapult, and then the mini map. Kunai can be aimed with the right stick, which is great, but I don't have a kunai. So I don't get this. Why is there a health recharge station and it didn't really refill my health? And that area required now when I'm up I can't swing with the Y button. Y button only works when you're on the ground, but you can press up on the left stick to do this. One of the things I would kind of credit, let's see, Shadow Complex with is them Chair, which I believe is the company that makes Shadow Complex. I think is a Western company. I won't say if they're American or Canadian or whatever, but because I don't know, I don't remember. And I can jump through these things. Interesting. But they took something that they could have easily been influenced by Strider or something else, and they made it their own. Where Capcom is inherently a Japanese company, and so inherently they have a good level of understanding and knowledge to make a future ninja story more than anybody else. Let's see. Interesting. So we need to get a charge upgrade. Which I assume I'm going the right way. Vidya's Mayo's Elite Guard. Alright. And I imagine we'll just get a small amount of voice acting. Oh, maybe I'm misreading the health bar. Maybe because I'm in easy mode, it gave me more than one health bar's worth of health. And then there's a second overlap, which is what you'd see in kind of fighting games. And I'm gonna get this guy's weapon and be able to use it in some way. Yeah, now that I look at it, I think that's exactly what the case is. And you just kind of walk in here. Charge Cypher, hold X to release for a charge Cypher or strike. A lot of the abilities in Shadow Complex did not directly connect to just a faster or more effective way to kill enemies. A lot of it was more transitional things that helped you access a different area. So now I can charge my attack and that makes killing these guys really easy. Now the bottom of the screen is shaking, and I assume that means that I'm dying. And these guys are saying contradictory phrases like freedom is slavery. Yeah, your standard enemy bad guy nonsense you'd see written in the story. How about we do this instead? Maximum health increased, and there's seems to be only 10 of those in the entire game. Or perhaps you need 10 of them. Now I thought we would, wow, that was a weird slide. I thought we'd get something that would work in a different way. Seems like I'm wasting my time here. I guess I want to look at the map. Let's see. I guess we've got to go where the game wants us to go. And refill our health to the maximum. And maybe it would have been a good idea to... I do believe he just said something about absolutes, like quoting Star Wars, is that only a Sith deals in absolutes, and the Jedi says that absolute. That wasn't that hard that second time, so I guess maybe I was just low on health and taking too much damage. And I think it auto saves you when you walk over those things, even if you don't heal. Destroy the power couples. And see, this looks like some kind of ability to run super fast would be used there later. For all I know, Strider is a terrorist. He might be a good guy. Oh, I am on the back of a giant snake monster. Snake robot. Wow. The Armored Dragon. What a great way to intertwine, like, Japanese mythology of dragons into futuristic mythology of robots. But it's only been about 20 minutes and we're already on the second boss fight. And I think the trick here is to not get shocked, which is going to be slightly difficult to realize, like, where is the place that's going to shock me and where it isn't. It's not really doing a lot of damage to me. Okay, I think I figured it out. The sections that are central, that are charged in the central elements, those are the shocking places, the round dots. Alright. Took me a couple tries, but I figured it. And X to attack. And I broke one. Is it gonna make me climb 2 more times? And when I jump, I'm not gaining any more speed. So I'm moving incredibly slow here in what I can only assume is a way of slowing me down. This guy does not want to get hit. And he's electrocuting me. But I think I'm doing fine with health. Honestly, if I'd thought about it more, I probably would have... if I had known this is what the game would have been, I would have played this on normal. I don't see... Like, I kind of question if there is going to be a new game plus, because the games like these often are more around the idea of you getting the highest score and the highest speed run without the game helping you by unlocking something new. Like, that's just too easy. Oh, is there a creature under there? It seems like there is. Wow. Option C has reported location, receiving data. Recover option C. And is this the right direction or the wrong direction? We're in this, like, city slash, seems like a religious coliseum. Well, there's more people this way, so I hate when I do this and I go back and forth. This is pretty typical of a ninja story. You sneak in an area. Yep. Like, this is like a clear communist style country. Another health upgrade. Alright. And if they don't want you to go somewhere, they'll let you know, it seems, by shocking you.
And now a special message. There will be an additional food lottery at 1600 hours for citizens who report dissent among the populace.
So, it's a Orwellian state that encourages the citizens to turn on themselves for a chance at more food. They're starving their own people. it's hard to see the bad guys as anything but the bad guys. That's not terrible. The kind of like the 3D cartoony environment here works well with that story. Seems a little odd that I can't go any higher. What's special about that wall that's any different than any of the other walls that I can climb? And now people are here. And these guys die in about 2 hits, which doesn't mean that there, well, it implies that there won't be some major upgrades needed for damage. Because if I double the amount of damage I'm doing, I'll kill all these guys in 1 hit, and that's probably about as far as it will go. I can't go down any lower.
Personnel operate under the authority of the Grand Master and must be obeyed at all times. Social decay begins with small disobedience. Observe your neighbors, conform. Be alert to activity which breaks your daily routine.
So we've seen it. We found a place now where we need the double jump, and it seems like those are gonna either be collectibles or just large caches of. I can't go lower on these areas. There was an area, a bridge like this, that seems like there would be like. So, some kind of downward attack is going to become unlocked, and there probably then is a new game plus, because, or you're getting back to the area you were in before. Let's try to keep an eye on the combo meters, like, and see if that this is another platform we can't get below. And so you don't even have but 20 minutes to get in your house. I don't even see the reason for that. Like, either you want these people to obey, or you want to make it so difficult on them that they say forget it and don't listen. The idea that they would have to always be within 20 minutes of their houses keeps them from traveling too far and accomplishing too much, but it would also cause a lot of problems and a lot of lack of compliance. And generally, when some dictatorship is instituting a curfew, they would set the time and then lower the time anytime they ran into, at any point there was anybody that fought them or caused them any trouble. There's another section. Let's see. So we've been through all of this in it is marking some red things, and it's marking some green things. Green things are collectible, red things are things we need to collect. We've been playing for 18 minutes and 36 seconds. No, we've been playing for 30 minutes, so I don't know what the deal with that is. And we're at 4.4% completion, so much like Shadow Complex, I think this isn't going to be a really long thing. Of course, looking at all these costumes, unless you unlock at least half of these in the first gameplay, that's going to be rather disappointing. Like, if it's beat the game once and you get the next costume, beat it the second time you get the next costume. Yeah, not interested in doing that at all. Strider looks good. This is the kind of cartoony animation style that that will last probably a little bit better than something like Rise of the Tomb Raider that's going for a pure realistic art style. And so right now we can see where our skills are gonna go, and there seems to be a decent amount of things. Option D provides Hiryu with analytical data and tactical information and mission objectives. So we started with that. Climb, sickle, slide, assault, we unlocked that. And then upgrades. We have 2 out of 10 health upgrades. There's 10 energy maximum upgrades, 5 energy recharge upgrades, and then 4 kunai number upgrades and 3 kunai range upgrades. So yeah, this isn't going to be that long of a game, but I think it'll be good. I think we've got it. There's no saving or anything like that. One assumes if I hit achievements on this, it will just try to pop up the Steam overlay, which I have disabled. It's a shame that that's how everybody decided to do everything, is save themselves some programming and some art and just have either the Xbox overlay or the PlayStation overlay or the Steam overlay for Steam pop up when you click those buttons. Of course, once any of those are disabled, you hit the button and nothing happens. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.